I hope all of you can see my screen. Natalia, can you see my screen? Okay, great. Thank you. So let me get started. So this is going to be an interesting topic. It's become a shock to all of us from in Malaysia, especially from March 18, 2020. Never before happened in not my lifetime, in my 50 plus years. I've never come across where you had a total lockdown, not just in Malaysia, globally, right? So, and totally now we have many new terms. We get to hear many new terms, you know, what we call new norm and new way of doing things. And for those who are, for everybody, I believe, yeah, whatever age you may be in, 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, or even 70s, it's a new norm, right? So, and because of this, we all of us have to do things in a new way. That's what they call new norm, yeah? So once again, thank you to Common Ground, and let's get started, yeah? So a little bit about LTT Global. We are a Malaysian company, but we are a global company. We've been around for over 16 years, since 2004, and all the way we have been in mobile learning right from 2004. People you'll be surprised that mobile learning in 2004, we started the journey by providing learning or education using the Nokia black and white phone. You would remember the Nokia black and white phone. We used the SMS capability, 160 characters, and we provided English lessons to our monthly subscribers. And that's when we started. And in 2006, that service went viral. And in 2007, we received the first of our global awards, and thereon life totally changed for us. Sure. I will just go back. I was talking about the pre-MCO, and now the 5 challenges that we all have globally, not just in Malaysia, are facing with regards to COVID-19. That was the so-called nice word to put enabler to hold all of these problems. And Schwab Foundation said that in many countries around the world, 10% of the population are unemployed. One example is the US. And many different organizations, Forbes, JP Morgan, World Economic Forum, UNDP, which is United Nations Development Program, and many organizations have done, issued various reports based on their research, yeah, on what you need to do, what are the risks going forward. This is never going to end. This is going to be continuous. Even if a vaccine is found, you're not going to go back to that old way of doing things. The new norm is here to stay. Yeah. In Malaysia, I've mentioned about global scenario, regional scenario. In Malaysia, the largest employer organization called Malaysian Employees Federation, based on their research and also referring to the Malaysian MIER, yeah, which is one of the largest research organizations, said that they anticipate by end of this year, 2 million Malaysians may lose their jobs, right? And actually that numbers are becoming a reality right now. So this is, you can see the screen, Natalia, I believe, yeah. So this is from estimated figures. This is real figures, example in Malaysia, which comes from the employment insurance system by SOCSO, right? This is real figures. On the number of people in 2020 from January to September that have lost their jobs and applied to SOCSO to get employment benefits, yeah? So more than 82,000 people have already applied to get benefits, and thereon in October, November, December, I'm sure the numbers are going to be hitting more than 100,000. So it's interesting to look at real figures, right? Because in my team, we always look at estimated, and then we look at what the real figures say. So something interesting here it must be understood is that August 2020 from published figures says that 4.7% of unemployment rate in Malaysia. This was from the Malaysian Statistics Department, right? This was actually published in the Edge. This covers freshies, employees from SMEs, those who are micro enterprises, people from large enterprises, MNCs who are retrenching people. So that is how that numbers, when you put it all together, comes to the 4.7% unemployment rate, and that number is going up very fast. Yeah, the actual figures. So another interesting figure, real figures. As at March, based on the source coming from the Star on 8th of May, as at March, we already have more than 600,000 Malaysians who are without a job. There were already other issues, right? Due to slowing down of economy before March 2020, we already had that issue in Malaysia. So we already had more than 600,000. And because we have graduates, fresh graduates graduating, the more than 50,000 fresh graduates are expected to come on where they are ready to apply for jobs. So we expect more than 700,000 people to have that, adding on to people losing jobs because of COVID. So you can see how the estimations are becoming a real figure. So this is another interesting chart from the government side, where they have identified where people with different qualifications, right, diploma to PhD, based on the Malaysian qualification framework, you are supposed to get into professional, whether even if you are freshie, yeah, you are supposed to get into the different categories. But you know what is happening right now? There is a major graduate mismatch, right, among the freshies, right? You have two scenarios right now. We look at the chart. We have got university graduates who are applying to join for clerical jobs. This is happening today, not just after March, but even before March 2020, we have already had that scenario. They are applying for clerical jobs. We are applying for sales jobs. And unfortunately, there are not enough jobs that meets their experience, because they are freshies, right? Maybe the job requires 1 year, 3 years of experience. So not enough jobs. And also the growing gap between learning institutions and industry, resulting in the lack of industry-ready graduates. I believe all of you would be able to relate to this, right? That gap is growing because of IR 4.0, the new technologies, the greater demands, right, for jobs. Because of that, what they are learning in the college or university, and when they get out, it does not meet the requirements of the industry in terms of language skills, in terms of the hard skills. If you are learning engineering or the soft skills like communication skills and so on, it's just the gap is totally widening. Yeah. And these are further real statistics where when MDEC ran multiple SME Unplugged 100 Go Digital series, right? From the audience, online audience, when they quickly at the end of the 1 hour, 1.5 hours or webinar, when they ran a survey with the audience, and the audience are HR and learning and development specialists, or CEOs or CEOs, and or top senior management, when they answered these quick survey questions, the result is this: 69% of SMEs will mitigate the impact through upskilling and reskilling of talent. They realize they have to do this. They have to upskill to keep their organization as a total relevant. Yeah. Another interesting statistics from that same survey is that then when they wanted to recruit from the general public, as I was mentioning just now, they say that 60% SMEs are facing a challenge to find the right talent and skills. This confirms the graduate mismatch slide that I just showed you from that. There's a Malaysian qualification framework, and this survey confirms that. Yeah. This is another interesting survey done by the STAR, yeah, with assistance from YouGov or Omnibus. Looking at this globally, and it's also very relevant in Malaysia. 77% of the time when you are out in the public, in crowded places, you have to wear the mask, right? If you don't want to fall sick, or if you don't want to, if you are infected, you don't want to give someone or infect someone else, you have to wear your mask. 75% of the time, you cannot have these mass gatherings, you know, you can have the sports activities and festives and so on. 58% of the time, you have to be working, you have to have all your facilities and work out of home, and you have to be doing your learning from home with whatever connectivity that you have. 57% of the time, you cannot have all this open markets, wet markets, and you know, all of weekly, daily markets and so on. You cannot have all of that. You have to be moving that to online purchases, right? Even ordering your food online. Yeah. And of course, you cannot do overseas travel to many countries. You interstate travel is also limited, because if they have closed down that particular state, wherever you may be, you cannot do that. And of course, every now and then there are various restrictions in globally, and in Malaysia, you would know about the restrictions, right? So multiple level of restrictions, challenges that forces you to change the way you live. Yeah, forces the way you live. So bottom line, the summary of the slide is that life is not going to be the usual. Operations is not going to be the usual. We are forced to practice the new norm, whether you like it or not. New skills are needed today. What are the new skills? Companies, any company, your employees need to be knowledgeable in digital marketing, communication skills. You can't meet people physically, right? Normally you can go out and meet people, you can shake their hands and see their face and their expression. Now you have to do it entirely online, right? So you have to build new skills to market, promote, and sell and earn your revenue for your business, whether it's an SME or MNC. You would require a different level of creativity within all of the employees, from the CEO downwards. Yeah, different levels of creativity. Yeah. Then when you, because of this shift, and this is not going to be just, we believe, I personally believe, and all of you I'm sure have the same belief, this is not going to be just throughout 2021. This is going to be beyond. The new norm is going to be beyond. You have to go almost everything that you do, yeah, you have to go on online, your grocery purchases, ordering your food, or whatever, or learning, of course, yeah, but everything else, major way, you have to start doing it online, yeah. And critical here, interesting thing is that you have to upskill to catch up lost time. And this is further reality. Yeah? Imagine on the left side, yeah, if you look at the left side, every department in your organization, whether it's a finance, customer related, supply chain related, technology related, the people, the HR and learning and development related, every department or division in an organization is actually impacted. They have already done a survey. EY did the survey and justified it. And because of this, When you look on the right side, why every organization have to undergo this digital transformation. It's a must do. We don't have a choice to make every organization, every department or division efficient and effective and be able to go forward and earn revenue in a big way, continue as normal in that line of business. Every department or division has to go through this digital transformation. But what is the killer in here is that people, device, and process are all connected today to improve the service, enhance the process, enhance the delivery, and most importantly, in short, people need to be upskilled, reskilled, and multi-skilled on a continuous basis, because technology before is being upgraded every 6 months, every year, but today, sadly, it is happening every few weeks, every month. Technology is improving, or ways to do things better is happening every month. And because of that, we are forced to learn every day, every week, every month. Yeah, we need to be given the opportunity to do that. So what do we do now as individuals, as leaders of organizations who own whether a startup or a micro enterprise or an SME or a large MNC? What do you do? Whatever line of business, what do? You have to build your workforce with multiple skills so that you can continue to have that advantage that you have before COVID, right? To maintain that advantage you have among your competitors, you have to constantly keep your workforce upskilled today. You need to encourage them, motivate them, right, to develop their critical skills and also have new skills I just mentioned to you. Or almost all of your employees need to have higher level of creativity, digital marketing, or how to reach out to people even right now, like we are doing the Zoom, how to reach out to convince, persuasion skills, how to speak better, all of that. It's totally new skills, yeah, guys, totally new skills. And then within all of that, how to provide greater career development to all of your employees by being able to allow them to learn anywhere, anytime, from the home or whether they come into the office once a week and so forth. Yeah. So learning is more important than now than ever before. Yeah. So what are the steps right now? These are a few steps that we know very well. Yeah. First of all, as an individual, as an organization, you have to identify what your people need to learn. As an individual, you would need to quickly know what you need to know. As an organization that may have 5 people, 10 people, 50 people, you have to bring everyone together. This is all about teamwork. Everyone needs to come together. Senior management needs to bring everyone together and identify, okay, within finance, within HR, within supply chain, what are the new skills now that you need to pick up? Yeah. Then once you identified that, learn quickly, learn and master that knowledge quickly. Yeah, you need to do. Now it's not about, okay, this will be a 1-year plan to learn that. By then, your organization will be a dinosaur. You'll be dead by next month. You'll be dead within 3 months, right? At the speed of things changing, you have to learn, start learning today and quick as possible, master that knowledge. And then as your employee base in every department or division is upgrading their skills, every department or division will be able to update your service offerings. Because when your people are more upskilled and reskilled and multi-skilled, naturally that division's capability will be improving on a weekly, monthly basis. You can visualize that, right? You can all visualize that. And as an organization, HR and L&D, learning and development, would be able to update their what they call a skills metrics of that organization. So in total, the organization would also be able to provide more services. And then When all of that is happening very smoothly, staff are becoming more efficient, they are more effective, they are more motivated, the increase in productivity is happening. You're enhancing your service offering, your ability. What happens right now? Your ability to take on bigger projects, more product base. And what that means is that the organization's ability to be able to earn higher revenue, and you would be getting more, naturally more positive results. This is a shock. I have spoken about this. Many people have spoken about this for a long time, but from March 2020 onwards, from the time COVID hit many countries, and in Malaysia, March 18, this is the biggest shocker. Majority of people within a population, or you drill down into an organization, majority of the employees are in a comfort zone. Yeah, all of you can relate to that. Easily 70% or 80% of employees are in the comfort zone. But today's scenario, where you have to be learning every day, every week, every month, you don't have a choice. Senior management, HR, learning and development unit, in total, every employee, every individual has to come to the understanding that you have to push yourself. Yeah, especially organizations, you have to give the motivation, you have to give the confidence to people, support to people to get out of the comfort zone, past the fear zone, give them the confidence, right? Tell them, don't worry about what other people will tell you, get out of it, give them the support, and get them to the organization. If you get them at the fastest rate to the learning zone with the right tools, that will be the starting point for whatever organization you are, an SME or large or MNC. That would be your starting point of success. If you can quickly get 50%, 70% of your employees very quickly into the learning zone, and they then have the tools to learn, right? So if we look at this chart, very quickly you get your people to the learning zone, and your people will be getting into this cycle: learning zone, growth, coming back to learning zone, getting to growth, coming back to learning. So within this cycle, by upgrading their skills and reskilling and multi-skilling themselves, they'll be able to deal with the challenges and problems more efficiently. They'll have more confidence. They'll say, yes, I have the knowledge, I can do this. I have the skills, I can do this, right? Because you're constantly acquiring new skills. And within this learning zone, you can have this comfort zone. That's okay. That is perfectly acceptable. Within this learning zone, you can have the comfort zone. And then when, as an individual, you are in the growth zone, you are helping your organization to grow every day, every week. The organization, as an individual, you find purpose of why you're learning and why you can feel the growth in you. Individually, you have the dreams to be able to do better, right? The organization can see their dreams, their targets being achieved. Individually, an organization, you can set new goals naturally, right? Naturally, on an everyday, every month basis. And as an individual and as an organization, you would be able to conquer objectives, targets, milestones more easily, because the whole team, at least 70, 75%, 80% are all in tune with this. As an organization, you'll be able to see that growth being achieved. And you'll be able to set many milestones within your organization. Within the department, you'll be able to set those milestones. Yeah. And as an organization, you'll be able to see revenue growing on a month-to-month basis. Yeah. So the tool, you don't have a choice today. You can't organize a face-to-face training and upskilling, and you don't have a choice. It's all about e-learning, mobile learning, or digital learning. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. Yeah. So these are statistics with regards to the top 10 emerging jobs. This is taken from the Education Advisory Board. They are a highly recognized organization in the US that comes up with surveys, and this is the latest one for the 2020-2022 period. If we look at all of this, right, something should strike you. It is very important when you upskill, reskill, and multi-skill. It's important to have your hard skills, yeah, H-A-R-D, hard skills. And it's also important to have your soft skills. Both are important for employees to grow in the organization, as an organization to grow as well. So something else should strike you, right? This was a growing statistics from last year, and truly the breaking point was this year. 6 out of these 10 jobs, the ones in white, are STEM related jobs. What is STEM related? STEM means science, technology, engineering, maths. In total, STEM related jobs, science, technology, engineering, maths related jobs. Going forward, according to World Economic Forum and various other recognized organizations, 6 out of 10 jobs going forward now, whether existing jobs or newly going to be created jobs, are going to be STEM jobs. So this is an indication to all of you here, and please share this out to all your friends. 6 out of 10 jobs going forward are going to be STEM jobs. Skills for the digital economy. Whether you are a startup, once again I'm saying, whether you're a startup, micro enterprise, SME, large or MNC, you need to ask yourself these 10 questions. Very critical. What is needed to ensure our companies, or whatever size may be, to survive, to succeed in the digital economy and the new norm, as we have all become familiar to, into the future? Whatever vaccine comes out, it's not going to end in 2021. This is going to be the norm that everyone loves going forward, right? So new jobs are going to be created, new opportunities. You must all look at the new opportunities that are going to come about. Look at the opportunities. Challenges will always be there, but look at the opportunities. But what you need to do to take on the new opportunities is, there's only one way: upskill and reskill yourself. So that's where our solution comes about, and we know it. And that's why last year, this year, we totally know this, right? And we are here to empower individuals in the new knowledge economy. Yeah. So a bit about us. We, in the last 16 years, we have become a world-class one-stop learning platform. We have been helping our customers in 60 countries to adapt to all the unanticipated changes. Even before March 2020, there were a lot of changes happening. You would all have realized this. People were already losing jobs. There were already pay cuts because of various digitalization happening. All of that was already happening. Technology advances. Because of technology advances, people are losing jobs. Example, a car manufacturer, they may have 5,000 people in the past, but because of IR 4.0 and implementing robotics, they're able to cut the employees from 5,000 to 1,000 employees. 4,000 employees have to be retrenched. That is the state of the situation today. We have won multiple awards throughout our 16 years. Since 2000 till now, we have won more than 10 global awards. Most of the awards that we have won are globally. We got recognized by United Nations in 2017 because all of our global platforms conform to the UN SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals, especially goal number 4 for quality education. We got recognized by OECD, who is the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. They recognized us in November 2018 as one of the best 15 companies in ASEAN. We have been interviewed last year till now, from 2018, from the time we got recognized by OECD. OECD is an organization where Malaysia, US, Europe, nearly about 100 over countries are members of OECD. So from the recognition, many global media, one of the top media in the world, Foreign Affairs, and many other medias, they are partners for Forbes and Japan Times and GMI. They have interviewed us and highlighted our platform. We are recognized and we are in line with OECD, UNSDG, the European Union key competencies for lifelong learning. In Malaysia, we are HRDF approved. So companies who contribute to HRDF will be able to claim 100% to implement the platform. We are also in line with the Malaysian education blueprint. Because of that, we have many universities. What we have on our platform, what makes this, what makes us in a position to win all these recognitions and awards? We have courses from the top global 100+ universities in the world. You talk about Harvards and the MITs and the Berkeleys and the Boston universities, all of that. They are short and long courses on our platform. When you complete the courses, you obtain the certificates. These are courses that are being run in the university. So through our platform, you get into MIT, Harvard, and Caltech's platforms, and you get to learn directly from them. You also learn from videos, whether it's a 5-minute video, 15-minute video, or 1-hour video. You learn you learn contents from multiple sectors. Yeah. We also have the largest digital library, more than 300 million ebooks and audiobooks. We have more than a few 100 million journals, academic and business related journals, yeah, especially research papers, articles. We are able to connect you to more than 17 million research scientists who are right now doing studies in multiple areas, including COVID. Actually, interesting point. From our platform, you have to learn from basic to advanced level in the area of human skills. These 10 human skills, when identified by the World Economic Forum, as I was telling you just now, from March onwards, you have to be good in the areas of negotiation, judgment, decision making, emotional intelligence, and a lot more, right? All of this you'll be able to learn from a basic level to an advanced level in our platform. You will be able to learn all the digital skills on our platform as well. Multiple, not just what you can see on the screen, multiple areas. So what I'm coming down to say is that lifelong learning is not a nice to do, is not a luxury tool that you can have. It is a must have today. No organization can give excuses anymore. It is a must do. It's a must do. Otherwise, you will become a dinosaur not 1 year from now, but you can become a dinosaur in 3 months from now. Yeah. So let me run a short video, very short video that points to the fact I'm talking about. So that's directly from the World Economic Forum that talks about all the important. So these are some a good picture about our partners and clients. We have got, as I was saying, customer base in 60 countries. So our customers range from global organizations like the World Bank, um, or just say like in Malaysia, government bodies like MCMC and GLCs, banks, telcos, universities, local and global universities. We have done work for people like Microsoft. We have built a platform, a learning platform for them, local and global associations, all of them. We have also during the March COVID, April and May, we actually opened up our platform globally, we giving everyone free access. So we had people from US, Europe, Asia, all coming onto our platform to learn for free. That's how we help people to keep themselves busy. And, you know, we understood the critical situation that they all need to learn and keep themselves busy. So we saw actually thousands of people coming to our platform and learning for free. And very interesting, for all participants today, we would be very, very happy to support Common Ground for giving us this opportunity. We want to appreciate Common Ground for giving us this opportunity, and we want to show the appreciation by giving all of the participants complimentary 3-day access to our global platform. And thereon, by end of next week, by mid to end of next week, you would also be able to have an opportunity to subscribe to our platform at 50% discount, which is only 180 ringgit per person per year, which actually comes down to just 50 cents per day, actually. Our normal price is 360 ringgit per person per day, which actually is 1 ringgit, 360 ringgit per person per year, which is actually 1 ringgit per day. What you'll be saying that when we have more than 1 billion curated content on our platform, why do we charge at such a competitive rate? It is because the one and only reason why we charge a super competitive rate is because we conform to the UN Sustainable Development Goal number 4 for quality education. One of the important criteria is there. When we say we conform to it, we must provide globally affordable rates. And that's the one reason why we charge a very super competitive rate, actually. Yeah. Otherwise, we would charge 5-10 times more than this. And thank you once again to Common Ground and to all of you for making time to attend this particular session, basically. Yeah. So we can come down to, I'll leave the screen here and we'll be able to answer all of your questions. Any questions at all?
Thank you so much, Suresh. If anybody has any questions, you can unmute your mics and just speak up, or you can just write it down on the chat box and I will be able to read it out loud. So any questions?
Shoot questions, don't be shy. This is on an area that is so critical. So please do ask questions. Unless my presentation is answered everything. Wow.
It was really good, actually. I was pretty interested. But yeah, no questions, anybody? There is a question from Jaya. Sorry, I don't know what to say. So it says, great sharing, Suresh. Thank you. What is the difference between what LTT is offering compared to other MOOC?
Okay. So MOC in MOOC basically is also by like what universities are doing. They are doing it via MOOC. So the major difference here is that when they do the MOOC approach, they grab whatever that is available and add onto their platform. And many times they have content on a particular type of content. right? A particular type. Like example, let's look at, give you an example of Coursera. Just say, look at Coursera, right? Or Udemy. They have content in areas of online courses, example, right? They have courses, but in our case, we have online courses, we have got videos, we have got ebooks, audiobooks, we have got articles and journals, we have got podcasts that meets the requirements or the learning style. My learning style may be very different from maybe Natalia or maybe Jaya. Your learning style may be very different. So when we curate and bring it all into one platform, that is the major difference between ourselves, other MOOC providers. MOOC basically means where the contents are within the university, and that's one reason why they have MOOC. But even when they look at our platform, they realize that our platform, it's like maybe 5-10 times bigger than what they have in the type of contents and how global it has become. Yeah, and that's why they subscribe to our platform. And that's also our difference between the major difference between ourselves and Coursera, Udemy, and all of them. They have one type of content. We have 10 types of content.